Hello and welcome to your first Python programming tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you the very basics of the Python programming language. So I will leave the link to download Python. The version of Python that I'm running at least is the latest version. I'm not quite sure what version that is, but if you just look up Python on Google, you can find a download link, but I'll leave it in the description just in case you don't want to do that. But anyways, let's get started. So Python is kind of like Perl in some syntaxes, and it's completely different in others. So, for example, you can just call the print function if you want to print something like hello world to the console. You don't have to end it in a semicolon, but a lot of languages you do, so it's a good habit to get into to add semicolons at the end, because some languages require it, some don't, and if you keep flip-flopping, you get confused on which ones do and don't, so it's easiest just to add them to all languages. Then if we save that, and then we run our program here by typing in py before you run your program, if you're doing it in the console, then hit enter, and then hello world appears. Another thing you can do is you can take user input, and how you take user input for string and how you take user input for integers is very different, so I'll go over both of those. So first, let's start off with string. How you take user input for string is you say input, or actually you have to declare a variable, and how you declare a variable is you just write the variable. You don't have to put anything before it. You don't have to put like var or anything like in JavaScript, but I'll just do an example. So we'll say ask name is equal to, or user name is equal to input of enter your name, just like that. And then we can just print out hello followed by username, and that's how you can put a variable and string on the same line. It's just separated, and then the space will automatically come with this comma here. So if we save that, run it here, enter your name, my name is Ben, and then we run that, hello Ben, and that's how you do that. Next thing I want to show you is how to get user input for integers. So how you do that is, let's do a for loop, because for loops are also different in this language too. So we want to ask the user how many times they want to loop through something. So let's start off. We'll just say loop count is equal to int input. You have to include that int, or else it's ambiguous and it doesn't know what to do if it's an integer or if it's a string, and it'll run into an error. So you have to declare that it's an integer if you don't want to use it as a string. If you just call input, it's going to think you want a string. So that's how you that's why you'll put the int there. Say enter how many loops. Just like that. And how you create a for loop is you just say for I in range parentheses the starting number, which will be 0, and then how long you want it to last. So then to loop count. And then instead of you don't do brackets, you just do a colon, and then we just want to print out I, comma, a new line. How about we do that? So then if we run this, whoopsies, have to put that at the end there. So now if we run this, how many loops? Let's do 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we could start this at 1 if we wanted to fix that. And yeah, but you know how loops work like that. But yeah, that's how you would basically do that. That's how you get user input for that. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to declare functions. And I took a whole tutorial on Perl to show you how to do that, but it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, so I thought I'd include it in the basics. So, how you declare a function, or a definition it's called in Python, is you just say def, first stands for definition, and then let's check if it's odd or even like we did with Perl. I think I did that. Odd or even. See, you can do multiple things in many languages. And then you do the colon there, not a semicolon. And then the next thing we can do is we need that a parameter of number that we want to get from the user. So then we could say remainder is equal to the number that they typed in modulus 2. And then how you do conditional statements is we'll just say if remainder is equal to 0, colon, then we want to print out the number and is even. But if it's not, colon, then we want to print out the number and is odd, just like that. And then we can get a number from the user by saying user num is equal to int, don't forget that int, input, enter value to check, and then we can call our function here with user num pass through it, save that, run it, enter value to check. Let's check 3 is odd, 2 is even, 10 is even, and so on and so forth, and it works. And all other arithmetic functions do work in this besides modulus division. There's also addition, subtraction, and division. You can also use two asterisks to signify a to the power of. And the last thing that I want to show you is arrays. And arrays are kind of different, but they're pretty much the same. Just kind of different. So how we declare an array, let's just say user array is equal to, then you have to put these in parentheses, none. So we just want an empty array. Then we can actually have the user set the size of the array. And by doing that, or how we do that is we say enter size of array here. Or we have to say array size is equal to int input enter array size, just like that. And then we could set user array equal to none times array size, just like that. And then that will create that many spots in the array for us. At least I'm pretty sure it'll do that. I'm not 100%. Okay, I'm pretty sure it does that. And then we could just say for I in range of 0 until array size. We want to say print, or we could say name input enter name, or name equal to input is enter name. And then we could also say something like last is equal to inputs enter last name, just like that. And then we want to say that user array I minus 1, because it's an array and it starts at 0, so I minus 1 is equal to, actually name, we can't add that last name there, so just name. And then we can loop through one more time in range 0 to array size, and then we just want to print out user array I minus 1. Let's see if I run into any errors while doing that. Enter array size. Let's enter two names. Enter name. I'll enter my name and then just a random name. Ben, Bob. Alright. So that's how you can do arrays. It looks like I'm running out of time. In the next tutorial, I'll go over object-oriented programming for Python. And so, yeah, that's about it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. All the source code will be down in the description of the video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.